The NBA trade deadline is just about a week away. This might be one of the quietest, loud trade deadlines we've seen in years. No blockbuster yet. I mean, there's only been one trade so far, and somehow everything is still on the table. Superstars are injured, front offices are panicking, and history says that most of the chaos hasn't even started yet. Let's break down what every team is thinking this trade season, who could blow this whole thing up, and why the next week could change the NBA landscape completely. Last year, NBA trades were absolute madness. This year, there's only been one trade, Trae Young to the Wizards. But don't be fooled. Over the past 2 seasons, 77% of the NBA trades happened in the final week before the deadline. And that's where we are right now. Instead of teams aggressively buying, we've got injuries on injuries on injuries, which is kind of messing up the entire trade board. Let's get started with some of the teams we think that have the biggest trades coming. The Dallas Mavericks. They have the Anthony Davis situation. Anthony Davis is injured again, like the glass house does, but surprisingly, Dallas has reopened trade talks. But the key thing here is Dallas is not desperate. Ownership has made it clear. They're not just trading AD to trade AD. This would be a pre-agency move, which means trade now, plan for next season. And Dallas has options: Klay Thompson, Daniel Gafford, Najee Marshall, plus some real draft capital. And if AD moves, that's the first domino. Now let's move on to the Memphis Grizzlies, because we're on Ja watch for this one. Memphis is definitely listening to offers for Ja Morant. Not shopping him, but listening. Ja is still only 26, under contract until 2028, but teams are hesitant. Why? Durability concerns, off-court history, and his shooting has dipped hard this season. Memphis has a choice: sell now for flexibility, or wait, hope Ja rebuilds value, and revisit this in the summer. But whatever decision they make is going to be a franchise-defining decision. That's for sure. All right, now we're getting on to the Milwaukee Bucks with a big question mark around Giannis. Milwaukee was expected to add at the deadline, and Giannis got hurt. Now the Bucks are outside the play-in, 3-11 without Giannis. Old roster, limited picks, so what do? Push chips in to save the season, or regroup and quietly prepare for a massive offseason? They're not trading Giannis now, but what they do within the next week will tell us everything. Now let's talk about some people that are looking to make deals. These are the deal makers of the trade. We got the Brooklyn Nets, the league's middleman. Brooklyn is dangerous. They're the only team with real cap space, meaning they can absorb bad contracts, facilitate 3-team deals, or flip Cam Thomas or Michael Porter Jr. And you're sitting on the war chest of picks. If chaos happens, Brooklyn is going to be involved, period. Then we have the Chicago Bulls, my team. This Chicago Bulls needs to choose a direction already. Chicago has 7 expiring contracts. They can do nothing and ride the play-in, trade vets and reload, or reshuffle the entire roster. Around the league, the most popular names for the Bulls are Ayo Dosunmu, because he's cheap, efficient, and shoots 44% from 3. And obviously, people are talking about Kobe White. Now let's talk about the Golden State Warriors and the big elephant in the room with Jonathan Kuminga. Jimmy Butler's ACL tear changed everything. Jonathan Kuminga requested a trade before the tear, but suddenly Golden State might need him because Jimmy Butler is going to be out for the season. They're old, they're thin up front, and Steph Curry's window is shrinking. Y'all know it. Do the Warriors keep Kuminga, trade him for help, or push everything to offseason? This decision will decide the post-Steph era. Now we got the Sacramento Kings. Here I'm kind of expecting a soft reset to happen. The Kings want to get younger. They're old, expensive, and locked into long-term money. The name to watch though is Keon Ellis. Cheap, good defender, shoots the ball, not flashy, but contenders love this guy. And now we have the wild cards of the draft. Atlanta Hawks. The post-Trae era begins now. Atlanta needs size, defense, and consistency. They could even get weird, poke around the Anthony Davis market using expiring money. Now, let's talk about Boston. Despite losing Tatum, Boston is somehow second in the East right now. They could shed salary or gear up for a title push. Simmons' expiring deal is the key piece here. Now we got the Miami Heat. Miami kept Terry Rozier for a reason. They're flexible, they've got picks, and they're always lurking. The question is, do they go all in now or wait for a bigger fish this summer? And then we got the Toronto Raptors. Toronto is likely making a move. Front court help, luxury tax pressure, first playoff push in years. Something's coming here. Just watch. And then we have the teams that have been really quiet but are clearly watching things unfold. The Lakers, balancing LeBron now versus Luka later. The Knicks, dealing with chemistry over chaos. The Thunder picks is better than panic. The Spurs being patient with Wemby's timeline. The Suns, they've been surprisingly competitive, but they still might buy. And the Clippers, stuck between winning and flexibility. None of these teams are desperate, but all it takes is one call. So the deadline isn't loud yet, but the ingredients are all there. Injured stars, expiring contracts, franchises at a crossroads, and history says that the NBA always saves madness for the last second. So don't blink, because by February 5th, this league might look very different. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button, drop your comment below on what you think is going to happen this trade deadline, and subscribe for more content just like this. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.